may be seeing the first ever recall related to the Quest 3, and it's actually on one of its official and most expensive accessories, the Quest 3 Elite battery strap.
It's actually a recalled item.
Now, we'd already reported for you a couple times about different issues going on with the Elite battery straps, ranging from just not communicating with the headset to completely stopping working even within a few days of receiving it. Now, there's been a lot of rumors about Best Buy potentially getting a recall and no longer selling the strap. We've seen people reporting on Reddit that they've talked to people at Best Buy, they haven't been able to find it there, and in searching for it on the website, you can see now you can still find the original Elite strap, but the battery one is nowhere to be found. The only way I could find the official link to it through Best Buy was to actually look for reviews on Google on the Best Buy website and then go back through that to get the SKU for the actual item. I talked to a Best Buy insider and they actually were able to go in their system and look up the SKU, and it shows on their end the words recalled, do not sell. Now, they're only seeing this in their internal Best Buy system. This does not necessarily mean this was ordered from Meta, although typically a recall like that does come directly from the company. We're unable to confirm that at this point. But other people on Reddit have reported that they weren't able to get their head strap, showing a screenshot of UPS not delivering it and saying that a hazardous materials irregularity occurred with their package and they wouldn't deliver it. And when they contacted Meta, Meta refunded them but did not replace the head strap. This could potentially have been an issue with the battery breaking or the package swelling, and in that case they won't deliver a battery. But it's interesting to see this happening because we had seen Meta had stopped selling these head straps a while back. We still saw them at retailers, and even now some retailers like GameStop are still claiming you can go pick up the battery even same day if you buy it through them. Between a couple different unofficial polls, even conducted by Road to VR and some on Reddit, about half of the people who get the official Elite battery strap said that theirs is no longer working. So with Best Buy's internal system calling out a recall, what does that mean? A recall doesn't necessarily mean every strap has to be sent back or will be replaced or refunded, and until Meta actually announces something official, we won't know what they're going to do to rectify this. They may be stopping the sale on all of these straps for now and trying to figure out for sure if this is something that can be fixed through software or if this is a hardware problem. If they determine a hardware problem, it'll be up to them whether they replace every strap by sending a new one out, whether they take back the original ones or not at all, or like the Quest 2 recall we saw with the facial interface, they just covered it up with a piece of silicone, they sent that to everyone who had gotten one and included it in every future package. So with all that happening, I'm curious, how do you feel about this? We were surprised to see that some battery straps were having problems right out the gate with the Quest 3, or at least not giving us as much battery power as we were looking for from the Quest 2, which wasn't as surprising though, because a lot of those third-party companies had to make their straps based off of models of the Quest 3 and didn't have them in hand to test until after launch. It's shocking to me that this wasn't at least identified in testing, because I mean, this is the same company that produced the headset. It seems like if this many of them are failing somewhere in the QA process, that could have been caught. But what do you think? I'd love to know in the comments. Even with my Best Buy contact, I wanted to verify this a step further, so I devised a brilliant plan of investigative journalism to go to my local Best Buy, even though these wouldn't be on the shelf, buy a Quest 2 battery strap, and then bring it back and try and exchange it through the register with the SKU number of the Quest 3 Elite strap. Brilliant plan. Not something that totally happened unintentionally because I accidentally bought a Quest 2 strap instead. And with that, they had a lot of trouble trying to exchange the battery strap because the system wouldn't let them sell, even with the SKU number, the Quest 3 Elite battery strap.
It's actually a recalled item, and it will not let us sell it.
Does it say, is that like a Best Buy thing? Could I buy it somewhere else, or is it?
Usually when it pulls that up, it's a manufacturer recall. You might be able to find like third-party ones on like Amazon or eBay or something. But yeah, actually all the inventory's been pulled. We don't have those guys.
That would make sense why I grabbed this one on accident then. So there's definitely a recall through Best Buy, although weird thing, I went right across the street to Target after that, and I got one. It was locked on the shelf, but they had no problem selling it to me and taking my money. And so now whatever happens with all this, I'm in the same boat as you as a consumer who paid full price for one of these and is now gonna have to deal with whatever comes next.
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
Well, as we were in editing to get this news out to you, some news has come directly from Meta over to Road to VR about this. So it looks like Meta is officially pausing the straps sales. This had already happened through their website, had happened through Best Buy, and Road to VR says Target is also cutting the stock of it, although I did buy that one from there today. So Meta has decided not to fully recall the device, but they are replacing affected units on a case-by-case basis, meaning that if you have a faulty unit, you're going to have to contact them and get them to replace it directly. And they're going to stock new units at retailers now and replace all of the old ones that they've stopped the sale on. This actually reminds me a lot of when the old Quest 2 Elite straps were breaking and they stopped sale. They said they had a functioning one, put them back on the shelves. Lo and behold, more of them continue to break, but they guaranteed them from then on and would replace them. What do you think? Is that the right call? I worry that a lot of people who have one go wrong are just going to assume, oh, it broke or they broke it, not necessarily hear the news that there was an issue with them, and that means a lot of these people are out this money and buying other straps, which is a bit of a frustrating thing to see happen. But tell me what you think. The Quest 3 launched at a high price compared to the Quest 2 at $500 for the base model, unlike $300 for the Quest 2, leaving a lot of people hoping the price will be discounted or cut at some point to help with sales. Although Meta's CTO recently confirmed the Quest 3 price will not be cut anytime soon. Definitely not this holiday season. Andrew Bosworth over there said, "The plan is to stay the course when it comes to Quest 3. We did everything we could to get this device out at the price that it is. That's the honest truth. So the price that it's at is the price it's going to be going forward for the foreseeable future." And this makes sense, as we reported last week that an outside analytical company did the math on the Quest 3 and figured out it costs over $400 even just to get all the raw parts, not counting the assembly, the research and development, and advertising, and all the other costs that went into this headset. And with Black Friday and Cyber Monday now coming to a close, we didn't really see many deals on the Quest 3. There was a few where you could get an extra $15 or $25 gift card. Definitely no great noteworthy bundles that would have gotten you the headset for much cheaper. The Quest 2, on the other hand, as we've seen, has been getting down closer to that $200 price point as it's aging. What do you think? Is that going to hinder its holiday sales now if people aren't able to continue buying it at any cheaper price? Or are people going to spend the whole $500? That's about the price of a PS5 or one of the new Xboxes. With this many years since the PS5's launch, maybe a lot of people have those who want it and are going to go for that Quest 3 this holiday season. What do you think? Is there going to be one under your tree? Even with more straps coming, I'm still rocking the BoboVR M3 Pro on my Quest 3 so far. The hot swappability of the battery and just the ultimate comfort has really been helping me, even though the batteries aren't lasting nearly as long as they did on the Quest 2. Well, with that, BoboVR has also shown off they are dropping another head strap for the Quest 3, although so far no battery edition. The BoboVR M3 Mini head strap is what they're calling it, is basically similar to the M1 Elite strap style we had seen on the Quest 2. At a price of only $30 so far on their website, this would give you more of an Elite style strap with that padded top strap going over the top. And although this isn't a battery strap, it does look like if you had the M2 Plus Pro or the M3, you could probably make a hybrid by switching out the parts on this, as it looks like it's just screws in the side that hold on. You could swap out the whole rear. It even has the modular design that the M1 had to where you could upgrade it. If you zoom in, you can see in there a line from the plastic, but it does look like the top part where you could take the screws out and then replace that bit. I'll definitely be looking to get one of these for a review in one of our accessories roundups for you, so watch out for that video coming up. More of the biggest 2D apps on phones are making it over to the Quest. WhatsApp is one of them. Now, if you're someone primarily in the US or even someone who doesn't communicate with people in other countries too much, WhatsApp may not be something you use very often. But in Europe and some other areas, it's used by nearly everyone. A lot of times, actually, when I contact and talk with people from Europe, it's on WhatsApp. Well, it's only been out since September on Quest, but so far reviews are saying that it's been very useful, even coming pre-installed on the Quest 3. This can make it a bit easier, especially for Quest 2 users, to not jump out of the headset if somebody sends them a message on WhatsApp and they want to reply. And it has basically the same functionality as the desktop app. Although with that comes some of the pitfalls, giving it about a 3-star rating from the 120 ratings so far. Some people are saying that it's actually very useful, it works great, and other people saying that because it's like the desktop version, it's not that great and not that useful, or some people having problems getting their phone linked. It's interesting, the reviews are extremely split. 37% of people gave this a 5-star rating and 43% gave it a 1-star rating. So apparently for some people it's very useful, and for other people they absolutely hate it. Have you used it at all on the Quest? I personally haven't yet. I only have a few contacts in Europe and Asia that I use WhatsApp for, usually just on my phone, but if I was contacting family or something a lot, it might be good to have it in my headset. A couple of big things happening over at Vario this week. One, they announced their new state-of-the-art futuristic VR headset, and two, the Vario Aero giveaway that they sponsored for us to give away one on our channel has ended, so we have to pick a winner for that as well. First, let's talk real quick about their new XR4 headset. This is a mixed reality headset that they're saying is practically indistinguishable from natural sight, with the highest PPD we've seen in a headset yet of 51. Now that can get a little confusing because some things about the Vario XR3 had said that it can be up to a 70 PPD, but that was only in a central part of it. But the XR4 boasts a 3840 by 3744 resolution, still a 90 hertz refresh rate, and a field of view on paper that doesn't look that much better horizontally at 120 versus 115, but 105 vertically versus the 78. Local dimming, 200 nits of brightness, which still compared to TVs and such doesn't sound loud, but in a headset where you are closed off from the world, that could be pretty blinding. This of course is still meant more to be an industrial headset, not necessarily for consumers, although a consumer waitlist is going to be dropping for consumers who want to buy it, and that's going to be some wealthy consumers at a price of either $4,000 for the standard version, which has fixed focus cameras, or $10,000 for the focal edition that actually has autofocus cameras that are going to focus on what your eyes are currently looking at. The headset itself to me is funny because it kind of looks like a futuristic version of the Quest 3 with the same pill cutouts on the front, but then the controllers remind me more of the Quest 2 with the tracking rings around them. Although this may not sound that modern because most headsets have these now, the XR4 is going to have built-in speakers and microphones, which is a pretty big step from the ones that didn't. There's also secure editions of the headset that can be bought for about $4,000 more per headset for governments and such that need that security built into them. That's a lot of awesome news for a headset that many of us probably will never touch. I'm hoping maybe if I'm at some of the conventions next year where this is available, I'll at least get to try and give you some thoughts from there, but I definitely will not be purchasing or owning one of these anytime soon. And with all that exciting news about Vario, it's time to give away their Vario Aero headset that they offered us. That's a $1,000 headset that works with PC. Let's get a winner. So we have got to pick one winner over here. Of 1,680 people entered, so good luck to everybody out there. Let's find out who won. Dylan Rassiner. Congratulations, Dylan. Way over there in Belgium. Congratulations. I'll be reaching out directly to you, and then all Vario will need is your information. They're going to get that shipped over to you directly. Big congratulations. We still have a Quest 3 giveaway going on that doesn't end for another week almost, I want to say. I'll leave a link at the end of this video up in the corner so you can get over there, get entered in that if you want to get that Quest 3 giveaway as well. Congratulations, Dylan, and thanks for everybody. It was fun that we got to give away something so big. Thanks to Vario. We've been keeping you posted on the Samsung, Google, LG partnership to bring some sort of high-end mixed reality headset to the market, and now we've seen a trademark filed in the UK for something called Samsung Glasses. Although they did have to categorize this, and it's categorized under virtual reality headsets, augmented reality headsets, headphones, smartphones, smart glasses. Obviously, that's kind of broad and doesn't tell us if this is the exact headset that we've been talking about that's been rumored, but the headset that's been rumored supposedly is around a $2,000 headset, and they had specs ready, but when they saw Apple Vision Pro's announcement, they went back to the drawing board to potentially make this thing even better to help keep up with what Apple had announced. It'll be a while. Previously, other reports said that we weren't going to see this until the second half of 2024, but it is interesting because it brings up that calling it glasses would be an odd thing for a headset for the patent. So does this mean that they potentially are working on something separate? Are they working on some AR glasses? There was something they showed years ago at CES 2020 that looked like it had some sort of smart glasses or some sort of exercise glasses in it. Could it be we're going to see those finally make a comeback? I hope that it's something better than like the Ray-Bans that Meta have that are just smart glasses that basically play music, assist you with AI, but don't have any sort of screen in them to relay information. I'm hoping for something more AR style and better, but what do you think out there? With that, some big news dropping in the VR industry this week. Lots to be excited about coming for the holiday, but where are you at in it right now? You rocking that Quest 2 life? Are you hoping to move on to a Quest 3? Have you already gotten the Quest 3 and you're loving it? I'd love to hear how you're feeling about it as it's been over a month now. I'm loving mine. Very glad I've got a different strap for comfort and battery, but the battery's still giving me some woes here and there, so I'll watch out for you in the accessories video, and there'll be a link up here. Go over and get in that Quest 3 giveaway before it ends. Thank you again, everyone, for showing up. We just hit 61,000 subscribers, so thank you so much, and I'll see you in another reality.